Hey guys, alright, so field marshalling doesn't always have to feel like work. You can have some fun with it too, and that's the whole point of this deck. I wanted to have some fun, so we made the USA Italy L640 meme deck on a budget, limited standard cards only, and we got the field marshal done. So it took me about probably 20 games. You know, you're going to win some, lose some. These decks here are like, if you don't get that sweet mulligan in the beginning, you're going to have trouble trying to get it off. But when it goes off, it really pops and can kill your opponent real fast. So it's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy it. So we'll jump into the deck guide, and then you can go ahead and watch some of the games. I think I got about 8 or 9 games in there. It only takes like 30 minutes because these games go so fast with this kind of deck that you can basically do like almost 20 games an hour. So have fun with it, and any questions, comments, drop it down below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to get notified for my next deck guides. See ya. Alright, so you can see from the deck here that when you're doing this as a proper standard limited only deck, you really only need 4 Italian cards. So the deck's kind of funny from a standard for limited only perspective. If you're doing the full elite version or the full sort of meta version of this style of deck, you would need a few specials off of the Italians. And I'll show you what those are, because if you do have them, you definitely want to include them. So for me, what I've done here is basically USACE is meta. When I say meta, it means it's the most effective tactical advantage that you can have for this particular style of deck. So meta just means that is part of the full elite deck anyway. So USACE meta, L640 is the meta. Obviously you want the greyhound in there, that's part of it. I threw in 5th Infantry Regiment. That's not necessarily part of it, but it can be, depending on what you have. Patrol, useful for bumping guards and stuff like that, and dealing with artillery or different things on the support line. Just some basic removal to help out. Supply shipments are key. These are meta, and the deck guide is basically, the whole point of the deck is you want L640s in your mulligan, blitz them up to the front line, and you're buffing the crap out of them until they just basically can kill the HQ in 3 or 4 turns. Obviously as a one-drop, they're very susceptible to sudden strikes, flying panzers. If you don't get them up over 6 health against Soviet, you're looking at hammers, and of course 3 health or lower, you're looking at from the people, amphibious assault. So there are some various removals, and so it just takes a little bit of practice to get used to how you're pushing your L640 up to the front. And we'll walk through the games. I'll be able to talk through my decisions so that you can see how to handle this destruction effect where all friendly units retreat. That's kind of what the neat effect of this card is, that lets you really pump hard at the HQ if you have multiple of these in your hand. And so going through, give another friendly +1/+1, 17th Infantry, you definitely want that in there. And you can see at the top, the 10th Engineers, some people use that. It can be very useful if you can get to the front to get the +2 attack, but it does move a bit slow, and the rest of the deck really revolves around the Blitz Greyhound or the Blitz L640. I threw in fully repair friendly unit because I had space. This actually played kind of nice, especially when I got my L640 buffed up to like 8 or 9 health, and with the supply shipments and the USACE. This guy here, I was able to clear out a guard, for example, and then just drop this to fully repair the L640. If you don't have patrols, and that's your option for clearing guards, that's what you have to do. I mean, ideally, you're just hitting face every single time that you can. And in fact, some of the games that I lost is because I got caught up in a little bit of trading. But, you know, really just smash face as much as possible. And, you know, do the math and measure your ability to hit face versus trade so that you don't lose the tempo that you want to have on the board. Half track is key. This is meta. You want to be able to bounce. The First Marines is just in there for some extra meat. I think it's a good card to have in there. I'm not sure if this is in the meta or not, but I mean, there's flexibility on these cards of what you like to play, and Sherman is definitely in for meta because you want to have your card draw get triggered off having a US troop in the front, which First Marines helps with the blitz to the front, as well as Greyhound, and of course the other guys, as they get moving, you get them to the front to trigger your Sherman. So this is the only card draw you have. It's pretty important to plan that out so you can get your Shermans out for card draw when you need it. Sometimes you don't even need card draw because you're going so hard and fast with your L640 that the game's over before you could even afford to play a Sherman, which is pretty cool. It makes it a lot of fun. So the deck code's posted below, so you can copy this deck and make adjustments as needed. As I said, I think when we go and look at specials, let's just do a quick walkthrough here. The 10th Engineer Battalion fits in this deck. Line for the day, maybe. I don't know. You don't really want to deal with wasting too many cards on removal. You don't care about any of these other cards in terms of specials. Elites that play in this deck, there are none here. And sorry, I missed one special there. Obviously, that's super important. Oh, we got to show all because I actually don't have the card on this deck. Okay, hang on. This will be better. Oh, the 109th Combat Engineers is pretty useful special as well. This is used in the meta. So when you pump your L640 or whatever to the front line, you buff the attack another point. So that's definitely in there. And then you got 99th Infantry Battalion is also used. So these are some of the other infantry that will replace like the healing one or the 1st Marines, because you need spots to hold these infantry. The bounce is really useful. And then you got the Italian Fighter, the FIAT. Hellcat is a good card to run in this deck as well. Provides a lot of punch, so you'll see that running there. If you do have those specials, put them in. Then it's the Fighter is the next one. It costs 5. Italian Fighter. Where are you? Oh, it's a 4 cost. FIAT. I don't have any on this account. I should craft them. And I should have crafted these and put them in, but I didn't. Realistically, you want to use this plane. I actually thought it was a special, so I never used it and never checked. But you want this plane in there for sure, because when you have your HQ is 5 more defense than the enemy, it's going to be a 6/6, and this is like your finisher. So I'm just going to do this now, and I'm going to play some more with the deck. But I already did the Field Marshal with it, so I'll show you the deck as I had it. But please add this plane in, because I just messed that up and didn't add it in. But the deck still ran fine for me. Probably would have finished a few other games if I had this plane in there. Obviously, you have to drop some US infantry out to fit it, but definitely fit these 3 in. That was just a total brain fart by me, not including that in my deck, because the meta includes this, obviously. And what you want to do is pair that sometimes with Patton. If we go Patton, with Patton, you can get that out and blitz it as a finisher, so super useful. All right, so I've talked enough. That's basically what the deck is. You can go through the cards. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. Obviously, the deck you're going to see in the video doesn't have the darn plane because I messed that up, but ultimately, the deck still got me my Field Marshal. You'll get it a little faster for using the FIAT because it definitely is a huge finisher. Good luck, have fun, and enjoy the video and enjoy the games. Here we go. First game, the L640 deck versus A.G. Matthews. So we're looking for L640s in our opening hand. That's key because the 0 op cost means you could hit face on the first play. So I go pretty conservative, my mulligan there, and I don't get what I need. I should have mulliganed everything, because if you don't have an L640, you really want to find one. The Greyhound can work, but it's a lot slower. So here we go. Hopefully we'll be able to pull off. We have Supply Shipment in hand, but with an L640, you can play Supply Shipment on turn 2, whereas with the Greyhound, you're further behind. At least we have something down. We can deal with this little Aggro push here. Didn't push up because I wanted to not make it too easy for him to be able to kill the Greyhound if he had to spend an extra credit to move up. Alright, now that we can play Supply Shipment and attack at the same time, it's worthwhile to push up. So the really messes up your credit count efficiency when you don't have an L640 to play with. There's the L640. We'll push that up. Push that up. Supply Shipment and hit face. Smack. There you go. So we got a 3/6. A little bit late to the party, but he's here. And now we're going to buff as much as we can. We got a pretty strong front line here for German-Japan. If he flam panzers, he could retreat us all back. But okay, so he doesn't have a flam panzer, so that's nice. Patrol's nice to kill the Mito, get rid of the destruction effect. Go with the +1/+1. Buff that other infantry. You want to spread the love with your buffs, because if they do kill your L640, you want to have other units that are buffed. So, I mean, while you do have other units, spread the love. Otherwise, there you go, they surrendered. Otherwise, just keep buffing your L640 if that's the only one you have there. All right. Alright, opponent number 2, Club Mediterranean. Here we go. We're on the mulligan, and we should mulligan everything here. Good, lesson learned. Good. See, now we got an L640. No buffs really to go with it. We have the 17th, which is nice. as long as you can do something every turn. You want to play on curve as much as you can with this deck because it's all about those first 4 or 5 turns. And like I said, I don't have the FIATs in this deck, even though I should. I just screwed that up because I thought they were specials. And I didn't want to mess up the deck with specials, so I ended up forgetting that they were limited, and I would have crafted them and put them in. Definitely would have made the Field Marshal grind a lot faster, but still worked out pretty damn good with this deck without the planes. It just shows how strong this L640 push really is. Alright, 2 L640s, that's nice to have. So one of the reasons we don't want to push up that 17th Infantry unless you really have to is that if they kill one L640, that will get retreated back to your hand, and then you could redeploy it again to get the 1-1 buff, right? So right now, like, he can kill with the Flam Panzer, he can kill one L640 if he has that. Let's see what happens here. I guess he doesn't have a Flam Panzer, he would have played it quicker. Alright, so he just trades that off. Okay, either way, there we go. Okay, so he ends up killing our unit with the desperate measures anyway. So we don't get to, but you can see what I mean. It would have bounced back to the hand, and we could have played it again right away and buffed our other L640 right away. So we don't have much buffs in our hands, and we're just waiting. Next turn we should be able to play a Sherman if we still have a Greyhound. Well, that was good for us that he didn't kill the Greyhound. And we're just going to keep pounding face here while we can. A little bit 50-50 risky there, right? If he kills the Greyhound now, we lose our ability to draw with the Shermans. So hopefully the Greyhound sticks. And it's not going to. So that risk did not pay off. So we'll put another unit down. There goes the half track. We'll bounce his signal regiment back to his hand, whatever. You can pay another credit to put that back out. Definitely gonna, well, attack strikes us now. So we're on the struggle bus here trying to get to kill that last 9 health. Alright, we get a Greyhound, that's great. We're definitely dropping Shermans here. We get a supply shipment and a repair. Alright, so now we got a pretty big unit on the board with a supply shipment. We're threatening lethal right now with what we have on board with the supply shipment in hand. It'll be 4 or 5. No, we're 1 short of lethal actually. Attack strike again, so it kills our Sherman. We got more Shermans. We'll draw first. We got a patrol and another Greyhound is nice. Supply shipment. Alright, now we're threatening lethal. Interesting. I guess he never drew a Flame Panzer that whole time. It's really when you're running with German. I think did he have German ally even? I'm not sure if I even noticed. Yeah, he had the infantry down earlier. So yeah, that's right. So yeah, he should have had a Flame Panzer. Just didn't. He didn't have his luck to draw his Flame Panzer. So now he's trying to figure out how to kill us. I don't know if he can. Opponent went offline, so we're dealing with a little DC action here. The good old disconnect. I can't win, so I'll just disconnect so that I can waste all of your time. Love that move. Alright, so we're waiting. At least we had lethal ready to go, so we don't have to wait for another countdown to the clock, because since the reconnect feature came, if someone DCs, you have to wait 3 turns before you get the forfeit. Alright, so we're climbing up the major ladder here. We fell back a little bit earlier on because of the experimentation with this deck to figure it out. And but now we're climbing. Alright, we got the L640 to start. We got a 17th Infantry and a USACE. USACE with that 0 cost is great. Turn 1, we'll be able to smack for 2. Here we go. Beauty. So next we go 17th Infantry, make it a 3-5. Alright, we're going against resistance, so we definitely just want to kill this guy fast. Alright, we got some bounce, so if he does drop a guard, we can bounce a guard as long as it's not a tank. If it's an infantry, we can drop it, or bounce it. And we also got patrol, so we can remove guard from anything he drops. So turn 2, and we already got him 25% down. It's pretty crazy. He bloody sickles the back line. Kills off that infantry. Does 2 damage to himself. Helps our cause. And we don't have much else here, so we can just put the greyhound all the way to the front for another ping and hit for 3. So we got him more than halfway dead after 3 turns. Pretty aggressive. And I think this deck goes off faster than Aggro. Alright, kills our L640. Greyhound drops back, no problem. Here we go. Another USACE top deck, so 2 more damage. Here we go. Beauty. 7 damage to go. He's starting to get into guard territory in terms of his credits, so just hoping he doesn't play the train or something on turn 5. Alright, so he drops down first rifles. I guess we just bounce it. Or do we go draw? We'll bounce it and tap for 2 again. Got him down to 5. So we got 4 to face next. If we patrol, if he plays the guard again, we patrol it. We can hit face for 4. We're missing 1 credit, one damage. So hopefully we top deck some kind of buff. Oh, so he's gonna fortify us. Double fortified position. That's gonna slow us down. Pinned plus double operation cost. So we'll throw down the Sherman and get some cards. Here we go. Alright. Okay, we still got some big units on the board. Like, we got lethal on board, even with the extra operation costs on us there. Because if he drops the guard, we patrol it and then we kill him. I don't know, we may not have enough credits because that'll cost 2, 4, 6 just to hit face for 5. Oh, for 4. It'll only be 4 because the Greyhound buff will obviously fall off when we move to the front line. So we're missing 1 credit for the kill here. Oh, and a Scorched Earth. Wow. Really hits our operation cost pretty huge here. So what to do here? Like, should we just move guys up into position, wait a turn to bounce, and then clear the guard? Or we're gonna bounce now? We got 2 half tracks, so we have lethal up front, but it's still gonna cost too much. That's 3, 4, 5. So we have lethal for 6 credits, plus 2 for the patrol with 8 credits. So we do have the ability to do lethal. So he plays out his rifles for the, what, 3rd or 4th time now? 3rd time. And I don't think we're going to bounce it this time. We just patrol and kill him. Oh, so he takes away our lethal. So, bounce. Hit for 3. That's all we can do. So now we have patrol still. So we luckily had all our half tracks. Bounced his guard 3 times. And so he drops guard again. We got patrol. And hopefully he doesn't drop guard on each side of the HQ. If he just keeps doing what he's doing, we're fine to get lethal this turn. I know I've said that for 3 turns in a row, but he keeps blocking our lethal. Alright, the fourth time he plays those rifles down. I think it's rifles, right? So far the plan will be to patrol the guard and then hit face for the win. Okay, so that kills our half track, whatever. Alright, so we got lethal, finally. Even with all the bloated operation costs he did to us. And we win the game. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but we trudged through it. Alright, so we got Alice this time. Alright, we got L640 in our hand, but we don't have any buffs. So we're going to mulligan everything, except for maybe one half track. Keep that for some bounce, just in case. So we don't get a lot of buffs, but we do have 1/17th and we have double L640. So that's definitely good. And that 1-3 body is just so nice. It's so hard to kill a 1-3 on turn 1 or turn 2. Drops the plane down. Top deck supply shipment is a much better option. Puts our health at a removal range. So hit for 3. Perfect. So far looking good. We still got our 17th infantry to go and buff to a 4-7. So he blitzes out with that one. So I think maybe we heal. Because we could play the 11th. Okay, don't we take away his ability to trade off there and put the other L640 in. I like that play also. Because we could have also played 11th to heal, but then he would have still had the 2 units. And with the patrol, we took away the death effect there, so he doesn't get a replacement card. I think that was the replacement draw card one, not the 1 damage. Alright, so he gets an air superiority out with the Betty. Alright, so he pushes back a bit. Patrol's nice. Patrol lets us deal with the bomber, but we could also bounce the bomber. He only has 1 card in hand, so he's not that threatening right now. So, I don't know, we either play First Marines and kill the Greyhound, push up and kill the Betty that way, or we bounce the Betty. And, I don't know, force him to, Oh, in hindsight, looking at this now, I think the better play would have been to Marine into the... oh, look at that. Look what he pulls on his card there. Okay, so that's something we're going to have to deal with. That's a pain. Alright, so we want to put some bodies down there that are going to help us go a bit wide. We're hoping that this doesn't buff the plane. Alright, we get lucky there. Buffs the Greyhound. That's good for us. So, realistically, the ambush on that plane, we're not doing anything about it right now, so we're just going to hit face. And really what we're hoping is that he trades with us. He doesn't know that basically he could just keep hitting face and get lethal. Like do the face race. If he just trades with us, then will be in good shape. I mean, he does have to worry about our ability to kill him fast, and he doesn't know what we have in our hand, but... I mean... Alright, so now he gets the bomber back down. We can handle that. I think we have to kill the bomber. We're going to beef up the Greyhound here. We could patrol the bomber. I think we kill the bomber, and then if he kills our Greyhound, we have the patrol to finish off his plane. Yeah, kill the bomber. Good move. Alright. There we go. And then we know he wants to trade with us, so... And I love the card draw he's given us. It's actually really great for our style of deck. I don't care about milling cards. I just fill up my hand because we have so many very specific cards that's what we need. Alright, so he does Divine Wind, gets his bomber out again. Alright, so we got another half track here. Let's go bounce that Betty again. Yep. Yeah, we're going to kill the plane again, and he doesn't get the death effect. And we go wide with another unit here. Alright, so we lost our patrol there, though, because of that. So now we're hoping his plane, he just keeps trading into us. Oh, good, we get another patrol. So as long as he kills one of our units with his plane, we can patrol that plane out next turn. Oh, wow. Now he's got the Shiden down. He's got a lot of muscle down. Alright. We're going to kill... Maybe we kill the big plane first. Can't remember the name of it. It's a Key 83, I think? Or is it the 100? I'm just taking our time here. Inventory all our cards and make sure we know what all our options are. We're going to hit that. Might not have been the best play, because if it would have buffed this plane, we would have been out of patrol range. Should have probably killed it first. So that was kind of a misplay there, but it worked out okay. Now we have enough to buff ourselves out of ambush range, so we could actually kill the Shiden here, which is pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Alright, now we have board control again. A little bit of a trading battle we had to do there, which is not intuitive for this deck, but it actually worked out quite well for us. We were lucky that he decided to trade, because if he just went face with that 6-5 ambush, we had no answers for that ambush at all. So that would he could have won the game if he would have done that. But he got bogged down with trading. I don't know, face races are always a tough call. If we would have had the buffs, we might have killed him before he killed us. Alright, there we go. 1-star general again, so we had fallen back a little bit and climbing back up again. We do a little bit of the Field Marshal star shuffle up and down with this deck, but we do get there eventually. No L640 in our hand, so we should mulligan everything, but since we're on the draw and we have 5 cards, maybe we keep the Greyhound. I mean, you could keep the Greyhound and the supply shipment maybe here. Yeah, because we're on the draw, we're going to draw another card, so wow, 3 supply shipments. Okay, and we top deck the L640. That is a very nice top deck. Okay, so we got this pretty nasty turns here, and we're against Soviet, so that's good. Like, we don't have to worry about a Flampanzer, and it looks like we're going to get out of hammer range pretty fast, but if he has a hammer right away on turn 3, we'll be in trouble. We don't have a lot of units right now. So we're going to go ahead and supply shipment is always the turn 2 play here. Alright, so the hammer kills us now for 3 credits. Alright, no hammer in hand. Goes Alpine. Very good. Okay, so we... Greyhound. We're playing it a little bit slower. Get 2 units on the board. Alpine is a little bit slow, so if he is trying to go wide with Alpine, it'll give us a lot of time. We'll spread the love with our supply shipment, so he drops a guard. We don't have any bounce yet. Well, we can kill the guard pretty easily, though. Don't want to put all our supply shipments right on that guy, L640 right now, because if he does kill it, we lose all the buffs, and that's a lot of value. So if we can, we want to put the supply shipment on the Greyhound. Alright, so he puts down the P40 to buff his units by 1 when he puts them down. So this is where the full repair I find comes in handy. Here we go. We're going to repair our L640. And just because of the credit efficiency, the credit count, it makes sense to go ahead and do the L640. I mean, we're at 812. Soviets, I mean, really what we're looking for is maybe if he Bloody Sickles critical hits. That's really the only risk. And also Lion for a Day. The new card in Breakthrough could kill us. So a little bit of risk there, but kind of have to take it to be credit efficient and deal out all the damage we can. We're at turn 5 already. So there's the crit hit. So he did have it in hand. So we lose all of our buffs off that, but hey, we got to hit once. And then we got a couple of units in here we could push up hard with if we need to. And we got some bounce. There we go. Maximizing our credit efficiency here. Get down the other unit. Still in a pretty good spot. We have one half track in our hand, so we could bounce one thing, an infantry or a plane. Like if he puts down an infantry guard, we're just getting into the range where they could play the tank, the train, and we don't have any bounce for the train. We would need to catch a patrol for that. All right, so this is not a bad Sherman. We need some more buffs. All right, so probably just push up and hit face with the Greyhound again. So what do we got? 3, 5, 7. So we are threatening lethal. So that's good news. Putting him in a tough spot here. So we'd be able to... we can bounce at infantry. If he puts a tank down that guards, we'll definitely need to catch a patrol. Alright, so that's no problem. We can bounce that, and we have lethal still. That's a nice combination, having that plane and the brigade come down with that guard. The naval brigade. So, I mean, this is half track, bounce the guard, hit face for 5. Game over. Perfect. Easy game. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so now we got our buddy Zaki Mad, good member of the community, and we get the nuts for a starting hand. 3 L640s, a supply shipment, and a USACE. He in trouble if you don't have something big to start off with. Alright, so this is pretty much a win. There's not much that can stop an opening hand like this. He's playing USA, so he's in trouble. So right away on turn 1, with the top deck of another USAC. So on turn 1, we got a 3-5 at the front. Already hit him for 3. Pretty crazy start. So he just gets another Greyhound down. Doesn't bother to attack because he doesn't want to lose his Greyhound, I guess. He must be planning something, but we have another supply shipment. That's going to put that thing right out of range of anything he has. So he's not at death from above level yet. Next turn he could DFA it. And right now, from a USA standpoint, there's nothing he has that would kill it. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head anyway. He could have air defense. Deal 3 damage, but he doesn't have that. He just plays Type 93. So, not sure what he's trying to plan to do here. I mean, there's not much he can do. We're going to come out with another L640. We're going to buff that up, spread the love a little bit here. So now we're hitting for another 7. It's crazy. Turn 3, and we have 15 damage. This deck just pops when this happens. There's nothing he can do. He could have killed the 1 L640 there and caused us to retreat, but I think he kind of gave up. He knew he didn't have much to push here, which is fine. What can you do? You know you're dead when you're dead. Alright, so that's that. Alright, next game. Last game, final boss. Here we go. Pet Mandu. Alright, so we get the L6 to start off with, which is nice. We're on the draw, though, so hopefully he doesn't have anything to play. And hopefully he doesn't start with the careless talk. No careless talk here. Come on. Alright, we survive. Come out, hit for 1. We have supply shipment in hand, so we're good to go for that next turn. Okay, so we supply shipment at a range of that, or we could just buff it with the 17th, or we could patrol kill it. He's Germany. We don't know his ally yet, so we're not sure about guard potential, so I don't want to lose the patrol just yet. Kind of want to make sure that if he has a British ally, if he's playing something along those lines, it could be British or Soviet or Japan. Japan most likely. There could still be some guards, Takasagi's, Osaka's, whatever. Alright, so we have a supply shipment at a range. And so we can't kill it right away with that anyway. So even if he tax strikes for 2, it costs too much credits anyways. So we got him down to 16. Alright, so the Soviets, there's the guards, just as I kind of thought would come. So we could patrol that or we could bounce it. We go for patrol. Leaves us only 1 credit. Credit efficiency didn't work out great on that turn. Floating 1. Early game, that's kind of happens. It's nothing you can do about it. Another guard. Alright, well, we already took the guard away from the 1-6. Doesn't have guard anymore. So if we bounce the 1-8, we could hit face again. So there we go. Push up the other L6. And we get 4 more damage. So we got him down to 9 already. Turn 4, 11 damage. It's pretty good. But they're getting into 5 credit range now, so more guards come into play potentially. He's going to put that guard back that we just bounced, obviously. He puts down the artillery to go with it. And he pings that L6, so he's planning to kill that L6. So with only 5 credits here, it's kind of tricky to figure out what to do. We can fully repair that guy. Supply shipment here. I think this is a misplay. I think I should have put the supply shipment on the other one to give him +3 defense, +3 health, so that he would survive. Because right now he could just kill that L640 and cause us to retreat, right? And I just realized that after the fact, which is why I don't attack with it. But if I would have put the supply shipment on the other one, we would have had a lot of 5 health, which would have put us out of range from the 3 units on board. Alright, Eagle Claws the back line so that units are dead and they don't go up into our hand. So there we go, and so we have the 5-8 pushed back. So we got to clear the guard, I guess. We have no choice, so we go tap the guard first and then we'll repair. There we go, fully repaired. And now let's go wide with another unit. And we get the ZZZ. Nice. You gotta love getting the ZZZ. Means you're doing something right. Alright, comes down with some retreat. Alright, pushes up. Alright, so we could buff the 3-3 here and kill the guard. But I put down the unit and I accidentally buffed the 2-3, which was a dumb misplay. So now I have to attack twice to kill the guard. Waste a credit and takes away a unit from the front line. So there's my misplays for days clip for this game. But we do get 5 damage to face. And now the problem is we got all infantry in the support line. So if he has a way to kill that L6, we're in trouble. It's going to slow us down quite a bit. So if he has a critical hit in his hand, that's going to be pretty rough to come back from. Unless we top deck another blitz. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to kill it with, so it looks like we get the W here. So close. He got it down to 1 health. He's missing 1 ping. We get the ZZZ, and he surrenders. We don't get to finish him, and that's the end of it. That is final boss. So just to show the glory in the end, here is the Field Marshal promotion, and welcome to the Officers Club. Beauty. So that's it. Hope to see you guys in the Officers Club. Good luck. Have fun with the deck.